What's going on, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. T-Shirt, back with another one. In this video, we have another unboxing of something that's gonna help me increase my business along with generating more income. And that can help you guys as well do the same. Remember, you always have to be willing to invest in yourself and in your business whenever you can in order for both you and your business to be successful. So without further ado, let's jump into this unboxing. Now, this got delivered a couple days ago, but I was actually too busy trying to get these orders out, but I didn't have time to unbox it. But more importantly, I wanted to do the unboxing video with you guys. All right, so first thing we have here, it looks like as comes in as soon as you open the box, is you have your testing report, your final inspection. So basically it's a whole checklist of final inspection to let you know that this machine was approved to leave the warehouse, and it tells you this machine has been inspected by, whoever the inspector was and meets all quality standards. Then the next thing you have is this little packet here. This is your starter samples. So it looks like they give you a few samples to try out so you can get used to using the hat press, which is pretty cool. Says little thing says, congratulations, just invest in the most advanced hat press on the market today, the Hotronix 360 IQ hat press. All right, so they give you a couple of hat patches, give you a leather one. You guys can see that. The one that I'm gonna definitely be interested in, and this is the 3D embroidered. But again, all these can be applied with the Hotronix IQ hat press. So let's get to the fun part. So you throw those in the box over here. Then of course it comes with your manual. The manual looks like on how to use the press. So we'll put that right there. We won't put that too far. Now these are very important. The next thing it comes with is these pads. This is very important because these pads, they come in 3 different sizes: 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch, and 3/8 inch. You're gonna lay one of these, depending on how thick your patch is, you're gonna place that over your patch and you'll press your hat. All right, let's get this bad boy up. Okay. Come out. All right, so here we have our Stoll's Hotronix Fusion IQ 360 hat press. And this basically what it looks like. And looks like a solid piece of machinery. Okay. It's not flimsy. There aren't any flimsy parts on here. It looks like a heavy duty, like industrial or commercial piece of equipment, which is always pretty good. Then up top here, we have a little note that says, must remove this bolt before use for shipping purposes only. All right, so this is to keep it locked in place. So let's see if I can do this with both hands. Let's remove this bolt. All right, and I would keep this bolt. This is what it looks like. I would keep this bolt in case you have to transport or move your press. So as we remove that bolt, you're now able to lift the top of the press. All right, so I've already gone ahead and plugged it in. Now, one thing I want to show you guys about this power cord. Not sure if you guys can see it back here, but that little, can you guys see that? That little red switch, Now, that's actually a locking mechanism. So when you push this in, it'll click, it'll lock into place. But in order to pull this out, what you want to do is take your thing and pull that switch back. You'll even hear it. Pull it back, and then you're able to wiggle it out. All right, so we have a little piece of foam that it comes with on a lower platen. Let's put that to the side. And this is pretty cool. This is like a little, this lower pad has like a sticky substance here to help keep the hat in place from sliding around. So that's pretty cool. So let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on. Comes on, loads up. And we have our screen. And if you guys notice, the next cool thing about this is it comes with its own little stylus. Because on this, the IQ Fusion, the screen is actually a touch screen, which makes it nice. All right, so it brings you to this screen right here, the home screen. And it looks like it's already been calibrated and it's just warming up now. So this is for the top platen, top heat. This should be going up to 280. And I skipped a little step, but I looked through the manual quickly just to be familiar with it. And it says if you hold down any of these, it'll tell you what the targeted temperature is going to be. So if I hold this down, you see how that changed? And then it'll switch back. Okay, and then it'll go up to that temperature. So that top one said 280, this bottom one said 320. All right, so we'll let that heat up. This is your pressure. Right now it's at 0 pressure because we haven't closed down the cat press. And this is your time, 20 seconds. So we're gonna leave this here and it lets you know at the top, heating to 280 degrees. There's 12 minutes remaining. Can you guys see that? All right, so we're gonna let that heat up. In the meantime, then there's the different settings. In the meantime, we'll take a look through the settings. So if we click on the settings button, you have your date and time, display, auto on off, calibration, system, Wi-Fi, cloud, software. All right, so you can go through those settings. It even has an SD card where you can save. It says import from or export to a file on the SD memory card. Okay, maybe your temperature settings. I'm not sure what you would save on an SD card. But you click back to your home page and it brings you back here. All right, so let's take a look at now. Let's put our stylus back for now. Let's show it off a little bit. And this is our clamp to lock your hat in place. So down is when you're loading your hat. When you pull it up and down, push it forward, and you're putting tension on that hat and locking it into place. All right, so down is to load, up is to lock. So in the meantime, let's get our hat ready to go. And I'm just gonna be using a simple piece of vinyl just for video purposes. Okay, and let's see on what hats are we using? All right, so while this heats up, the hat that we're using today is gonna be a Yupeng Classic dad's hat. The tag, Classics. And what you wanna do is this tab inside, flip this out. I'm gonna load this on here. Very simple, line that up. Locked. So as you have the lever pushed up, locks the back. Keeps it nice and firm up top. See where your center line is. I'm just going to be using regular HTV, being that this is 100% cotton. This should come out fine. Let me bring this in a little closer so you guys can see. All right, and then we're just gonna line this up nice and evenly. Actually, before we do that, what we wanna do is a pre-press. Okay. A little pre-press. Pops open. Moisture out of there. Rub it out. And now you got a nice even surface. Now, by doing the pre-press, I see that the pressure remained at 0. So that means to tell me I have to turn up my pressure. The way you do that is by this knob up here. You turn this up a little bit, and then you press lock down. Down here it still says 0. Let's turn the pressure down. Oh, being that I'm using HTV, just regular vinyl on this hat, like I said, just for video purposes, I need to put a pad behind this to bring the hat up to make contact with the top pattern in order for it to press down evenly. So let's take the hat off. And for this one, we'll go in our pack and we'll use the thinnest one, which is the 1/8. So what we'll do, we'll pull this out. We'll lay it across here, and then we'll load our hat on. Same way. So that way, the top platen now makes contact with the hat, and you actually get a pressure reading. So now when we go down and we clamp it, we have an overload pressure. So the pressure's up too much. So let's turn this down. Try again. All right, so now we're at a 4. I'm gonna still turn it up a little bit more. One turn. We're at like a 5-6, which is okay. Okay, that I could deal with. And now when you look at it, there's no ridges. You have nice smooth surface. Now we're ready to put our logo on. All right, so we just want to make sure that it's nice and centered. Lock it down, let it rip. Peel that back. For my first one, not too bad. Could have just probably brought the logo down just a little bit, and I think we would have been right on. But again, using HTV, regular vinyl, not even a patch, looks pretty good to me. Make sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you guys think of this one. All right, nice little dad trucker hat by Yupong. And the process is that simple. Now y'all guys can make money too. making your